Hi there, and welcome to this amateur video. Just a review, first impressions review, I might add, of this multimedia system I got for the Ford Focus, which I got off an eBay shop, Ericsson, I believe they're called. This is a model number, they're calling it ES960EU 7-inch HD car, DVD player, GPS, sat-nav, DVB-T, PIP, 3D Ford Focus, or MONDEO and S-Max. Now, this type of design can vary, and different people make, and they all pretty much look the same. Some do not have the two card slots up here. You may have noticed. So obviously, when you're uploading GPS and sat-nav, then obviously it might have to be done via a USB lead through the back, or possibly on the one of the smaller USB fittings there. When the box comes, it looked like this. Just get this is the old stereo, just in case you want to match it to the one that you think you've got. These stereos, the original ones that come with the Ford Focus, are either pale black like this, or silver, and some will have the silver or black fascia surrounds. It's irrelevant, they're all the same. Frankly, these are a very good system, very easy to use, but even though it shows the Bluetooth buttons there, unless you actually have it installed into the system, which can be quite costly, they're just there for show. All they do is mute, so I decided to pay a little bit extra and get everything all in one. When you open the box for this, it's got the same fittings, and as you can see, it slots in there no problem. This is a 57 plate Ford Focus, and it's at that time when it was in between, when it was changing shape. It's not the newer shape from the 08 onwards. However, it did come with the 08 stereos. So as with some Fords in the past, you've got that transitional bit where they've obviously run out of the old stereos. So what I would say is, if you've got one of the older squarer stereos that don't have the rounded sides, which is a little bit smaller here than it is up there, then you will need to get another fascia. Now that's all you need, about £25 probably off eBay. I've also seen these on eBay for about £25, which gives you the bigger square one if your situation is opposite and you've gone for one of the universal cheaper large screens, which as you press eject, the whole screen comes down and out. So benefit with those, of course, is that on some of them the fascia comes off for anti-theft, but hey ho. The box that it came with will look like this. Whether that will vary or not, I don't know. I get the impression on YouTube, when you see similar models to this, when they turn it on, you get varying different types of display. I must say this one is quite plush and quite flashy compared with the ones I've seen on eBay, even though a lot of them are from abroad. That's the box it comes in. It's just got MOSFET 50WX4 on it. As you can see, it gives all the features on there. TFT LCD display, motorised anti-shock, detachable panel. It says detachable panel on there, but I can't see it's detachable. That could well be a list of similar models. Comes with a remote control, comes with a TV tuner. I think it's a digital TV tuner, and our area is pretty crap on digital TV at the moment, hence why I can't actually get anything, so you bear that in mind. But obviously in the future it's not going to be a problem. There's no point in buying a one with a normal TV reception, because obviously that ain't going to help you. RDS receiver, auto memory store, preset scan, the usual things you find on 4-channel outputs, subwoofer outputs. It does come with pretty much all the leads. I had it professionally installed at Dorchester Car Radios, who have always given superb service, and they won't muck you about. They'll tell you how it is, and very, very good in there. It costs £60 plus VAT, plus one extra lead they needed. I'm not sure what it was, probably an extension lead or something, because something didn't fit, because it pretty much came with everything. Comes with an aerial for the TV, which he's put through the glove compartment. Comes with a mag mount, goes on the roof. Obviously if you leave it on the roof, it'll probably just come off at high speeds and fly around, so I mean, you're not going to be watching TV when you're going along, are you? It's a bit dangerous. So, but if you're sitting in the car park waiting for ages, or in a traffic jam that ain't moving for 4 hours because of an accident, then obviously that's an option. Also in there, he's put the iPod. There's an iPod lead, which I haven't actually got an iPod at the moment, but he's hidden that in there, so that's quite handy, because you can control the iPod from the panel here. So if you did have an iPod, you can leave it safely in the glove compartment. He's left deliberately down here, now that you can see it. Oh, there we are. I asked him to leave the camera, reversing camera plug there, phono plug. So when I get reversing camera, which I can put it myself, then that's all there ready for me, and I can obviously tuck it along there, and so forth and so on. All I would say for this so far is that I find that if you're watching if you listen to the radio, watching DVD, or using the item with just your ignition on, and then you go from ignition straight to starting the engine, it does reset. Not necessarily the sat nav, because obviously you go into the menus and you can obviously save destinations, so that's not too much of a problem. But just bear that in mind, that it may reset. It basically turns itself off and on again very quickly, but it does boot up fine. So I'm just going to go straight to starting the engine now. It's getting a bit parky in here as well, so I'll put the heater on. Right, so that's firing up now. You can choose the logo. Obviously the software is designed to go with probably many other entertainment systems. I left the PIP on there. That's designed so you can obviously have, that one's a digital TV I was playing with last night, so if you've got the DVD or the TV on there, you can obviously move it around, but you can change the PIP to a bigger one and then PIP off. So obviously, and that's for the sat nav, I think, so you can have that as well as the sat nav on at the same time. I think I was obviously playing with the sat nav last night before I went to bed, so that's obviously brought that back exactly where I was, so that's quite reassuring. Wherever you are, you can actually get a lot of reflection anyway. It's quite a glossy screen, but it's just not very good when I'm videoing it. You've got the home button here, a bit like on a tablet, so just push that and it will take you back to your main screen. You can scroll these along here, or your menus. So you've got your GPS, TV, you can probably read this, but in case it's reflecting, your auxiliary input, which is just basically 3.5 inch jack, so you can put your mini disc player or your MP3 player via that, or any other source. I believe it's only audio in the source, but you never know. Your Bluetooth function, your iPod connection, which is obviously from the lead that's in there, your setup for controls, which obviously you'll be going to in first, your radio, your CD. I believe when I put a musical CD in straight away last night, it plays as a DVD function. So just like a DVD player would play your CDs without any problems. The only thing at first, it did something a little bit strange. It thought I was, with the handbrake on, it was coming up as not allowing me to proceed, because it thought I was driving. Because obviously with DVD, but I believe you can override that. Obviously at your own peril. So disc USB, so you've got a USB connector there, you can link. Might have to get attachments and that depending on what you want to. So many different USB fittings now, isn't there? But not expensive to get leads for. SD card, so for playing videos, MP4s, and obviously all your music. So you have thousands and thousands of tracks all in one card, which you can drag onto your card via your laptop before you go away. There's a TV. Push the TV there. Won't get anything because obviously the aerials, but that's it's got no or bad signal there because we get bugger all up here. Digital TV. I do the satellite dish at the moment, so so that's what that looks like. So it's home. Right, so that's the main screen. You can choose different backgrounds. You can even upload your own photograph via the card and have your own background. There's the clock. That shows you if your Bluetooth's connected. We'll go straight first of all to the radio because that's probably the most common thing to use. That brings up that display there, which is now you can actually change the controls here. It has the controls for the steering wheel. You can have your presets here as well, which you can program. Same principle as any other car stereo. When you find the station you're on, you just hold that down for a few seconds and it saves it. Easy peasy. Okay, the volume up here. Or you can use the knob. Okay, so if your passenger's terrified of technology, they can use that. And of course you can use a steering wheel. Now the one thing about the steering wheel controls that are a bit weird, it's no biggie, but the professional installer said the wiring was either a bit cockeyed or the software was perhaps programmed wrong in the unit, because when you go to setup, you can actually use the setup screen to tell which controls you want to do which function. So we've got volume here, which is usually up and down like that, and then you've got the lever here which normally changes radio stations, tuning and CD tracks. However, when you plumb this in, it won't let you do it that way around. You have to have that as the volume, and that, which is normally the volume, for the tuning. But this doesn't jump the tracks like it would on the traditional stereo, where it would normally jump to station. That's no biggie because you just hit the screen with the one you want. Although actually this might do it. Now that changes the function. So that button there, which normally changes between your CD and radio on the Ford one, will just change from your digital TV to your auxiliary, to your Bluetooth, to your radio, main screen, etc, etc. So I'll just press the home and it'll go back to your nominal screen. It has got a rotating screen, which is a bit posh. It's a bit laggy, but again, there's no big deal. So I can actually do that, and actually that was better than yesterday. It runs on one of the CE Windows systems, I believe. So you've got your display here for your volume on your phone and your setup. So obviously you can push the number. Now I think you've got to turn your phone on. It obviously says there's no link there, and that'll go blue. But I've got a smartphone. I've got a normal phone as well, because the smartphone battery is rubbish. I use it like an organiser. So I've got my tough phone here, which I've actually got for phone purposes. So, however, once you've paired it, which I did last night, rather than having to go through the rigmarole of the phone, all you've got to do is to just hit link, and then that will, in theory, link up with your phone. Which it's not. It's a good start, isn't it? Play with that later. But it did work fine yesterday. Let's have a look. I'll be quick about this because I'm running out of time here. Bluetooth. My devices, and it was coming up as car kit, I believe. Connect. I believe there is a way where it will auto connect, but I'm still working around that. So again, this is just an initial review. I will do a follow-up one if things start going peak-tom in the future. On the way back from Dorchester yesterday to Blandford, I did, one thing that did worry me was the volume would literally drop down one notch and then go back up one notch after every 20 or 30 seconds. It was only a little bit, and it's something that you probably get used to, but it was a little bit annoying, so I'm not sure whether that's software or installation or the unit itself. However, it stopped when I played the Bluetooth from my smartphone through here, of which the sound is absolutely crystal clear. It's amazing. So it was probably just settling down. If we go back to what's happening on the radio as well. Now this is the first time I'm going to use a DVD, so I'm going to give that a quick bash. Got a box set here which I'll just grab any old one. So obviously go straight to the screen there. Hopefully it'll recognise it. Not a lot's happening at the moment. Push DVD. Not a lot's happening. Maybe I have to press play. Again. Here we are. What a funny moment. It is a Windows of sorts, so that's... looks like my Bluetooth there is connected, so it's gone blue. Out of displays go. You find that the output volume on the DVD is lower, so you have to turn it up. Be careful when you go back to radio, because it might blast you off out of your chair. You can get the controls here, so... You can spin it forward there, play, jump chapter. Not overly clear, but then again I have dimmed the controls because I drive a lot at night. I've dimmed the controls for the display, so you can obviously increase those.
General Melchett wants to see you about a highly important secret mission.
What's going on, darling?
Captain Blackadder to see you, sir.
Ah, excellent. Just a short back inside. There.
Right, I'm going to set up, and it's still letting me play, so I can still hear the. So I can go to display now, and colour, contrast, brightness. So
what I'm about to tell
actually,
you is absolutely tip-top secret. Is that clear?
It is.
Go to standard. Right, I'm going to standard brightness now.
Yes, sir.
So if I go back
It's
to
top security, sir. I think that's all the captain needs to know.
back to DVD.
Very well, sir.
There we go, much
List
brighter.
of personnel cleared for mission Gainsborough, as dictated by General C.H. Melchett. You and me, darling, obviously.
Now I've got subtitles coming up here, so I'll have to turn those off.
All Field Marshal Hayes'
They're in
wife's
German.
their families, servants.
Sound is very good, picture's very good, so that's very good.
I bumped into in the mess the other day called Bernard.
So, it's maximum security, is that clear?
Okay, so hit the screen to get the menu, hit the screen to get full screen again. I'm going to the home button there, which takes me back. There's so much on it, so I'm not going to go through everything, because obviously I think 25-30 minutes is the maximum I can have on a video YouTube clip. So haven't tried the USB yet, so I've got to get a lead for that. I've tried Bluetooth, which seems to works quite well on. What I did find though is that even though I think you can do it, I wasn't able to connect my phone and my smartphone simultaneously. He says, let's just try something. I hit the Bluetooth on, and then I go to play music. It wouldn't let me do it through. Sorry, it would let me do it for the Amazon player, but. Right. Let's have a look. Showing me age here, Billy Idol. Right, so if I go along to the Bluetooth setting, get it set up. Right, cutting off the link to the other one. Okay, so pause for a second. Let's have a look. This is your music controls here, so obviously stop, play, jump track. Got your phone book here as well, so it'll display people on the phone book upload. I think my smartphone probably work better for that. So it's quite a responsive screen. I'm impressed actually for the price, because this type of design pre-molded unit, specifically designed for specific cars. You're looking at anywhere between sort of 400, 500, 600 quid, particularly with the two card slots here. This was 259 from this shop on eBay. Delivery was quite quick. Just make sure that you pick the one that says that the item is based in London. If you go for the Hong Kong one, you could get stung for taxes, and obviously if you have to send it back, you've got to send it back to Hong Kong. So make sure you go for their London branch, and then you'll be in a much better position. Get it installed professionally. I've got a receipt saying I've installed this professionally, so if anything goes wrong, I've got proof that it was installed by people who are qualified, even though a lot of you probably could do it. That's something to bear in mind, because it might affect the warranty, or at least give you grief to and fro-ing. Alright, let's just get the Bluetooth. Should have done this before I started the video, but hey ho. Turn the Bluetooth on. Bluetooth settings. Discoverable. Bloody security is too tight in this smartphone, I tell you. Car kit. There we go, that's now coming through from my smartphone, so I can literally put that down, out of the way, turn the screen off. I want to save a bit of juice, and I can now, now that volume's not very high there because I've got it turned down on the unit. You have to turn it up on the unit, so you could have someone in the back seat controlling that, and then I can so that's coming through nice and clear. I can change tracks, bit of a mixture of everything on here, bit of classical, bit of what I'm also going to try is, yes, I have a very, very vast taste in music. It's quite scary, isn't it? I believe, did I remember to bring out? No, I didn't. Bugger, I was going to bring out the bloody SD card with me. Let's try the music from there. I may do another video to carry on with this as we're getting close to the limit of the YouTube video, so I may do a second one, or I may even start again. If I could be asked, then you'll be watching this video. Anyway, so you can obviously put in your videos. Everything seems to be working so far. In fact, the volume hasn't dropped out, so maybe that was just settling in. It is software controlled, so there's a possibility that it was just settling itself in, because the volume, even the radio, doesn't seem to be fluctuating at the moment, so that's good. I will obviously monitor it. Anyway, right, so sat nav. That's what a lot of you are probably waiting for. That's the card there. If you take the card out, obviously it loses its sat nav. Bit annoying. Obviously be careful theft-wise, because you know, some people want the card, they might break your window just to get the card, which is a pain. Now, get a menu, which is the home. Scroll across. You can actually hit the physical buttons as well, so you've got GPS, radio, DVD, you've got your main ones on the driver's side, and your setup and sound, so the passenger can alter the quality sound with jazz and classical, flat, rock, etc., just like a normal stereo. If I hit in your GPS, there we are, comes GPS, find address, okay, enter street name. This is iGo. I'm not sure if any of you's heard of iGo, but first sat nav I had iGo software as opposed to TomTom, and I'll tell you, I prefer it. It's much more user friendly. So if I go to East Street, yeah, it brings it up really quickly because it knows what you're looking for. Because I put the town at first, so East Street, Blandford Forum. Hit that. House number. I just pick anyone. 3. Probably doesn't exist, no my luck. Hit done. There we go. Set as destination. And there we go. Nice big arrow. Quite clear, very large buttons, very responsive. 2D maps, all the usual facilities you get, and I can put the pip on there. So nice clear directions up there. It does the software does push it up a little bit, but I can actually see that says 590. Actually move the map around. I must admit, I'm surprised how good the responsive the screen is. Obviously a good buy. So that's it so far. I may do a follow-up video later, or a better plan one. If I do, I'll probably get rid of this one, so you can always click on my name and look at my public videos. It's just an amateur review, so as you can see, I'm not using a professional camera or anything. Some of these units you need the old stylus pen, you don't on this. The buttons are quite large, I've got large fingers, so that's it for the moment. It's yeah, quite impressed. I've did a recording back on the good way to test out your Bluetooth and the sound quality and the microphone is ring up your 901, your answer phone service, leave a message for yourself using the hands-free and play it back using the in-car system, and you'll be able to see and hear the quality. So that's it. I'm more impressed than I expected to be, so that's quite good. So that's the MOSFET 50WX4, or they call it different. You do get a book with it. It even comes with, if you want to be adventurous, or to help guide your installer. It's got all the wiring. Surprisingly clear instructions, very surprisingly. even on the radio you can do this. You can actually search by dialing it. A mixture of the old and new there. That's quite good. Anyway, there it is.